So whenever a new launch monitor comes out that everyone is talking about, people want to compare it to the last one that everyone talked about. The MLM2PRO came out this year. I just made a video about it, and one of the most commented things was, how does it compare with the MEVO Plus? So that's what we're gonna do in today's video. I personally don't understand the notion of comparing these two units, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I took it indoors and I took it outdoors. I compared them head to head, and the results are pretty remarkable. So to kick off the head-to-head testing indoor, I'm using the preferred method for both of them at the same time. This is the Callaway RPT ball. All of these markings allow the Rapsodo unit to get the best readings and get spin readings. And this is just a metallic sticker. You get a bunch of them when you get a Flightscope product, because this will allow the radar to get the best reading it possibly can, especially for spin. So here we go. I've got a gap wedge. Let's see what we get head to head. 104.4, 109.2, total of 113. The spin was 10,000 RPM. I forgot to screen record. 113 total, 104 total, carry of 104, carry of 109, 4 yards of roll with 10,000 RPMs of spin. That's a bit bizarre, but the spin is pretty accurate unit to unit. I've used the Rapsodo indoors enough now. The release is very strange. It's very strange. 105, 109, 114 total, 9,200 RPMs of spin, 9,200 RPMs of spin. That's very good. But you've already noticed right away, MEVO Plus, look at this. I can just skim through here and see so much data. So much data. Yes, we have the Pro package, so that opens it all up, and it has face impact. Rapsodo, I can see those 6 metrics. That's it. There's 13 that I could choose from, but there's only 6 that I get to measure during a session or from shot to shot. Ball speed 89 on the MEVO Plus, club speed 83. Club speed 83, ball speed 87. So let's just try it with a regular ball. Just a regular ball, not the preferred ball per unit. MEVO Plus, I don't have to change anything. I can just hit. Rapsodo, I gotta end this session and change the ball because it's looking for the RPT ball, and if it doesn't see the RPT ball, it is going to be very confused. 106 carry on the Rapsodo, 120 total. 100 to 100, kind of caught that heavy on the toe. That's much more accurate, I would say. Ball speed, 83, club speed, 83. Club speed, 83, ball speed, 87. So it's interesting. And I still have spin. I still have spin. Without the reflector, it doesn't really inhibit the spin reading too much, whereas no RPT ball, no spin reading. 108 to 113 to 127 total, 84 club speed, 87.5 ball speed, 86 club speed, 90 ball speed. You're starting to see some discrepancies, but let's just go desired ball to desired ball, unit to unit. Let's just see what a 120-yard gap wedge does. So this is my reflected ball, MEVO Plus. I want to hit a 120-yard gap wedge. Okay, 119.8. That's as close to 120 as I can get. It took a minute. We'll just put up the kind of the crucial carry, total, ball speed, launch, and spin. Before we take it outside, let's break down the specs and give you the tale of the tape of both of these launch monitors. The MLM2PRO is a $699 launch monitor that comes loaded with its premium membership. After a year of your free membership, it's $199 to keep that going. So this is $900 all in. MEVO Plus is $21.99. You can upgrade and add the Pro package for $1,000, and you can add face impact technology for $500. So this is $3,700 all in. You get 20 metrics of data with the MEVO Plus. You get 13 metrics of data, but only 6 measured from shot to shot. The MEVO Plus comes loaded with 10 golf courses on E6, and it's compatible with almost any simulator software. This comes with like trial versions of E6 and Awesome Golf, and I believe those are the only simulator softwares that this one works with. But the Rapsodo simulator software has 30,000 golf courses of simulated golf that you can play indoors. Battery life, this one says it's 3 hours. This one isn't really listed anywhere. From my experience, the battery life on this thing is, I think better. In terms of powering it on and connecting, this thing turns on so fast and it connects so fast. It takes like 20 seconds. This one is a pain in the rear end to connect sometimes. There's a QR code on the back that they say to scan. I've learned over the years, do not do that. Power this thing on, it takes a good 20, 30 seconds for it to turn on. Find the Wi-Fi network in your settings, connect that way, because when you scan this QR code, it just opens up problems. I learned through talking to customer service, if you have any of the Flightscope apps open, E6, FS Skills, which where you can play combines, or the FS Golf app, if one app is open and you're trying to connect to another one, you just won't. You've got to close. It's kind of annoying, and you find out the hard way. So definitely give connectivity and just ease of use and ease of app. This thing's friggin' awesome. So you've seen what they do indoors. This thing just blows this thing away indoors. There's so much you can do with this indoors, to be practicing, to be playing simulator golf. This thing's a lot of fun. It's very easy to set up, very easy to move around. This thing's a little more temperamental, especially if you're playing simulator golf with a lefty and a righty. Moving this thing's around is a bit of a bother. This thing's easier to move. But inside, if you're practicing, if you're really wanting to dial it in, this thing is phenomenal. This thing, it's really good. But you see this is a quarter of the price, and yeah, you're definitely, like, that experience to look at all your data from shot to shot is just so much better than having the limited data fields shot to shot in the MLM2 Pro. But going outside, that's the big kicker. Not a lot of people have access to something in their own house to practice or to play simulator golf. A lot of people are buying these to bring them outside, to hone in their practice outside. And not a lot of these people have access to premium golf balls or like the back of a range where they can hit the best golf balls. They're using range balls. So how do these things compare to each other? How do they work outside with range balls? So setting these up outside together wasn't going to give me any issues like I had inside with the reflectors or with the RPT balls. I could put them right beside each other. It just took me a few tries to get them both lined up perfectly and both reading, and it's pretty awesome what you see. So this first one, yeah, you're seeing 20 yards difference in carry numbers, but the club speed, the ball speed, the launch, pretty similar. You still get spin with this, but I'm not accounting spin because you don't get spin with this one. The total for this one is kind of like projected out. The total for this one is also projected out, but it's using the spin to figure it. So you're seeing a big difference in total distance. Shot number 2, launch, club head speed, ball speed, all really similar. Again, the total and the carry are so different. I think it's because the MLM2 Pro is creating a bit of like a projection of what a real ball would be doing, not just reading what that golf ball is doing. There is a range ball setting in the MEVO Plus. That is basically for limited flight range balls. So you can't use the range ball setting just with like a regular range ball. It's gonna really skew high, whereas the MLM2 Pro is skewing higher, I think because it knows you're using a range ball, so its algorithm is trying to project if this were a real golf ball out on a golf course. Shot 3, again, ball speed, club speed, all so similar. Launch, really, really good. So if you're outside practicing with this, spin with range balls isn't really accurate anyways, so you don't need spin if you're practicing out on the range because it's whatever. But to have good launch, to have good club speed, ball speed, you can like improve with what this is giving you outside. Fourth one, again, you're seeing about a 20-yard difference in carry, but ball speed, club speed, and launch angle, all so similar. And if you are practicing outside, that's kind of the stuff you want to pay attention to. You want to pay attention to your launch angles with your drivers or your irons. You want to pay attention to your carry. You want to pay attention to your ball speed, your club speed. The carry on this, especially as you get higher in the bag, it definitely comes down relative to a real golf ball, whereas this just basically trying to like calibrate to show it as if it's a real golf ball is kind of nice. It's nicer to see something that's more similar to what you would see out on the golf course or inside with the RPT ball versus, I mean, I don't carry it 250. I hit it 280-ish in the air. So seeing 250 in the air with a range ball is kind of annoying. I mean, and spin, you can't really pay too much attention to spin with driving range balls. Because if you're working on trying to control your spin on a range with range balls, you've lost the plot. You need to be doing that with real golf balls inside or, you know, at the back of a range where you have access to real golf balls. So outside, like, I prefer the MLM2PRO. It is so good outside. It's easier to set up. It's quick. It doesn't have to worry about tilt and all of that. It's remarkable how good this is outside. So one final kind of comparison is what is like the app experience and the cloud experience like? So when I was trying to pull these numbers from the session, going into the Flightscope app, it was so easy to just find all the numbers, just scroll through and see everything. Finding all the numbers in the MLM2PRO in app is limited. You can't see them all. You can only see the measured ones. So it's a little bit annoying in that regard, but they both upload all sessions to the cloud. The Flightscope cloud has been around for a while. It's great. There's so much information in there. The interface of it's a bit dated. You get so much information, so easy to scroll through. You even get like the weather. It's really good for that. The R cloud that they just launched, it's really good. You get to see all the metrics of a shot, all the data of a shot, which is awesome. It's always my bugaboo with this thing that you can't see all of them when you want to review it in-app, but you go to the cloud, you get to see everything. But personally, my opinion, I don't think these are for the same people. This is for a professional golfer, a teaching pro, a club fitter, people that really need a lot of that data to help themselves get better, to help others get better, and basically help people, you know, have the best golf clubs. This, I think, is for people that want to learn more and have more efficient practice, but also have a lot of fun if they have an indoor setup, and have a lot of fun outside with their buddies because they can get some measurements, some pretty cool data on the driving range. So when people are trying to compare them, it's a bit frustrating for me because they're 4 times difference in price. If you were looking to buy this, if you were looking to spend $4,000, I don't think you're gonna entertain something that's $900. But if your budget's saying, oh, I'm gonna look at something that's $900, I don't think you're gonna entertain something that's $4,000. The analogy I always make is like, if you're ready to buy a Mercedes, but then like a Honda is like, oh, it does most of the things the Mercedes does, you're not buying the Honda. If you wanna buy a premium thing, you have the budget to buy that premium thing. You're not looking for something that is more cost effective to replace that. But if your budget is limited, man, you get a lot out of your, your Rapsodo because there's just so much bang for the buck. And then when people want to compare these to TrackMans or GC quads, like now you're comparing a $25,000 unit to one of these, like they don't compare. They just don't compare. But head to head, there's a lot of great consistencies. They're both great. I would recommend both. They're 4 different budgets. They're 4 different players. But head to head, it was a lot of fun comparing them. Let me know, do you have either of these and what do you think?